I wonder what Christmas must be like for empty nesters. My wife and I are already middle-aged, and we have two very grown-up children. And very soon, our two adult children may, decide to live away from us already. And all we'd have left to live with us is our youngest child, who is already in his teens. In 10 years, it is very possible that my wife and I may become empty nesters already. Baka kami na lang dalawang mag-asawa matira sa bahay namin. And when that happens, Christmas might be less festive than what we're used to. It will be very hard to adjust. You see, we're quite a crazy bunch as a family. We have 3 crazy kids, each of whom has a weird sense of humor. At pag nagsani puwersa yung mga humor nila, medyo nakakabaliw kami sa katatawa. So we've been having quite some happy Christmas celebrations for many years. And I cannot imagine Christmas without them. Alam mo, iniisip ko pa lang, nalulungkot na ako. And there are so many families who are already precisely in this situation. One day, they just found themselves to be empty nesters, and they cannot do anything about it. Whether their children will decide to spend Christmas with them or not is no longer within their control. Whether their children will even remember to give them a visit or not is really up to their children and no longer up to them as parents. Malungkot ang Pasko para sa kanila. Wala nang sigawan at tawanan ng mga bata. Their homes will no longer be filled with laughter. There will no longer be small kids eager to open their Christmas gifts. Their table that used to be overflowing with food for Noche Buena will now have only enough food for 2, or even 1. It would be very easy to feel sorry for ourselves when we've reached that point in our lives that our children are no longer with us, especially during the holidays. There will always be this longing for Christmases past when the family was still complete. And it is very easy to feel bitter and resentful about this new state of affairs. There was one person in the gospel who must have understood how it felt to be in an empty nest. And yet, she remained hopeful because she had set her sights on something bigger, something much more significant than herself. This was Anna in the Gospel according to Luke, and she spent her years waiting for the coming of the Lord. And there was a prophetess, Anna, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was advanced in years, having lived with her husband 7 years from when she was a virgin, and then as a widow until she was 84. She did not depart from the temple, worshiping with fasting and prayer night and day. And coming up at that very hour, she began to give thanks to God and to speak of Him to all who were waiting for the redemption of Jerusalem. Just like Anna, empty nesters will reach a point when their hearts will eventually settle for the new normal. And they still can continue to hope for the possibility that the kids would still decide to spend Christmas with them. And hopefully this time, they will come along with a few additions to the family. Sons and daughters-in-law, with grandchildren in tow. Just remember, as you learn to find contentment in celebrating Christmas as an empty nester, do keep in mind, faith matters too.